guys, and here we are at the top right-hand corner of the map, Cloud Kingdom. We have our pink Zerg player from the team Eclypsia. It is Eel. Down to the bottom left-hand corner of the map, winner of the first game, and our red Protoss player from Team Acer. It is Elfi, and I said I would explain why I've really enjoyed PvZs on this map.
Explain it.
Well, fine, I will.
All right.
Pretty easy for Protoss players to forge fast expand on this map, of course. Relatively close space in there, but the real challenge, of course, taking a third as a Zerg player because of the way that you have so many entrances into it. You have even ground around the side that you can get there. There's a huge ramp here. You can also access it from the ramp by the natural and make it your way over there with an even ground path. So it's a little bit difficult for Zerg players to pull off a third. But if you get to that point where you stabilize 2 bases versus 3 bases, you're guaranteed for a really intense macro game on this map because of the way the other bases are positioned, specifically the 4th with the cliff line above, and the 5th is way out, kind of off to the side, or even if you decide to take this one off to the right, for example, you lead yourself to a lot of high energy games. There's a lot of multitasking, a lot of dropping, and because of the way the paths through the middle of the map are, you have a lot of opportunities for splitting up your forces. I think it makes some of the more dynamic long-term PvZs.
Yeah, definitely. It makes for a lot of dynamic long-term maps or matches in general on this map. I mean, what was the one we had? It was like a really crazy base trade. I can't even remember now.
Oh, my God.
You know the one I'm talking about.
You're talking about all the way back from Team Arena Challenge 2 where we had, it was Korean players, and it was...
Oh, yeah, it was Life, wasn't it?
And it came down to an extractor on this Vespian Geyser, I believe it was.
It was a very cool game. So, I mean, yeah, and Cloud Kingdom is neat. It's a fun map to watch. It's one of those maps that for some reason I'm not a big fan of playing on, but I have no reason to say that besides just personal preference.
Sure. Everyone has maps like that. Mine's Tal'Dar Malter. So.
Oh, Tal'Dar Malter is another one of mine as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I actually like Antigua, which some players don't prefer, but
I do as well. So
it's interesting.
We think alike in our maps.
Maybe it's just because we're noobs.
That's true.
Could be. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's okay. So we're going to see probably that. Oh, we're actually not going to see that 3-hatch no-gas build from Eel.
Nor are we going to see a Forge Fast expand out of Elfi.
You're right, and that is probably why we're not going to see the fast 3 bases from Eel.
It's because this Overlord made it here in about 10 seconds compared to what normally happens.
They're rocket Overlords now.
No kidding. That just looks so fast to me.
I know, man. They're really fast. I like it.
They are.
I like it. As a Zerg player, I'm quite happy with this. Queen's 5 range, faster Overlords. All right, sure. Sounds good to me.
All right. Well, kind of a blast from the past here, of course, on the current patch, though, because the Overlord speed, as you saw before. But looks like these Zerglings are going to try and make their way in. Are they going to go after the Zealot? They are, unfortunately, trapping it, so that Zealot is going to go down. One Zergling dies in response. Here comes 4 more Warp Gates now for Elfi. He's just going to put them up in the face of all this pressure, actually, adding up gateways 2, 3, and 4.
And Eel actually won't see it because he ran the Zerglings out a little bit too early. I mean, obviously, the Stalkers are going to kill it, but he just missed some very valuable information. Like, how much did he actually see from that?
Let's go ahead and grab a Zergling, and, well, he saw the second gateway, and that was about it. I don't even know if he checked, the amount of chrono boost or anything like that, because this Warp Gate research is finishing very quickly.
It's actually going to be 5 gates from Elfi, so he is going to be going very, very all in with this, and if Eel's not prepared, that's a pretty big deal. He does find that 1 pylon. That will help a little bit at least, although will it die before the warp in finishes?
Yeah, it looks like it's going to, because 12 seconds for those to warp in, so the pylon will go down. The probe trying to make his way into the base. He does drop down 1 pylon. He's going to try and get a couple more as well. Did he pull completely off? Yeah, Korean 4-gate style here, as he is not mining any more gas. He's going to warp in as many Zealots as is humanly possible. We saw Elfi actually do this in the qualifiers as well.
Yeah, that's right. I guess we could call it the Korean 5-gate. Eel's totally confused. He's like, what are you doing? He doesn't know that there are going to be only Zealots warped in, and he's just going to try to overwhelm his opponent.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
1 pylon canceled here, but this is starting to be a little bit rough right now for Eel. I don't know if he's going to be able to slither his way out of this one.
Oh, God, you said it.
I know. I've been thinking it. You've been thinking it, too.
Well, that Queen range is so good. The Zealots need to back themselves up. Pretty good point of engagement for them. The Zerglings aren't able to get around. There are quite a few Zerglings out, but the Zealots aren't able to start overpowering them. It looks like he's trying to make his way back to those Queens, but, of course, 12 more Zerglings are on their way. A few Zerglings are actually going to head out. Looks like they're going to opt for a bit of a base trade.
Yeah, this is a very kind of bizarre situation here for both of these players. I mean, the Zealots, do they kill the Queen? Yeah, they did kill the Queen. More of them warping in right now. Eel spending every larva, every mineral he can on Zerglings, but, you know, will it be enough? They have speed, but they don't really have any upgrades right now. I feel like he actually might just barely have enough if he's able to stall, but the longer he stalls, the more Zealots come in as well.
Yeah, it looks like the drone count's slowly falling because they're becoming spine crawlers at the moment. That's why they're starting to go down a bit. And it looks like these Zerglings are just trying to delay for long enough, but a few of the Zealots do make their way into the drone line. A couple more workers do go down, and the Zerglings starting to get torn up there. Oh, now the drone's finally falling. The spine crawler is not long for this world. Unfortunately, a couple of reinforcing Zealots do get caught off, but quite a bit of economic damage has already been done.
Yeah, no kidding. And more Zealots being warped in. 42 supply to just 27 for our Zerg player. These Zerglings are all really that Eel has left.
And look at this. The Stalker sitting at the back and just picking off workers. Working out so well for him. So the ability for any sort of units to come in now for Eel is just not there. He does peel off a few of the Zerglings and nothing back at home, but of course Elfi will make sure he defends that appropriately.
That's probably even enough probes. He had to defend that at the very most. He'd need to warp in maybe like 2 Zealots or something like that.
Yeah.
So it looks like Elfi should be able to take this game. I mean, that is a lot of Zealots to deal with. This is one of the oldest strategies in StarCraft 2, but still very effective if your opponent doesn't expect it.
Yeah, Elfi has really been able to make it work, like we said, during the qualifiers as well.
And
so everything is being sent now in a base trade. He does have enough for one more Zealot to at least warp in that, but looks like everything coming back for the time being.
And so right now, Eel doesn't have enough for another hatchery or anything like that. These buildings are really all he has. So who's going to be able to kill whose buildings first? I think definitely the answer is Elfi.
Yeah, I imagine so as well. He'll be able to put up one extractor back at home, or actually a couple of them, because he does have enough drones, and they only do cost 25 minerals because you use the drone, the 50 mineral drone itself, to put it up.
That's right. The drone is part of the cost. A couple extractors coming up right now. And so here's the thing. I mean, Elfi doesn't have enough for a pylon or anything like that either. So this is about it. This is still a little bit tense here.
Yeah.
But I still feel like, you know, Elfi does have the advantage with the army itself. But Eel has so much maneuverability that he's going to be able to kind of move around the map quite a bit, make a lot of extractors, maybe buy his Zerglings enough time to kill everything. But that is going to take a miracle, basically.
Yeah, it really will. Now, there are a few pylons sitting back here as well, so Eel is going to have to run back with all of his forces in order to take that down, and we'll see if he has the opportunity to do so.
Yeah.
So one extractor up. That's it so far. It looks like the drones are scattered everywhere. This is actually really smart out of Eel, because then he can put down the extractors the farthest point away from where the Zealots are.
Yep, Zealots kind of being split up just a little bit here, too, as well. The buildings for Elfi kind of dwindling here.
He missed. Whoa. He didn't put one down.
Oh, my
He didn't put one down. He allocated the resources, but he forgot to put one down. So Acer.Elfi has just won his second game in a row.
Wow.
What?
I did not expect that. I did not expect that one bit.
No.